How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Ralph Rants and Bill Bitches. I'm Ralph.
I'm Bill.
Uh, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. For me, it's at RWFoshy.
You can follow me at William Foschi.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share with your friends. Let's get into today's story about this smug bitch.
Yeah, so as we all know, Trump was indicted for something that he literally could not have committed a crime with regards to the handling of classified information, because the president, as commander-in-chief, has unlimited authority over classified information. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton, for those of you that don't know the fact pattern, she did classified work, top secret work, from her computer at home, meaning that it was all over the internet and accessible to the Chinese and our adversaries. And despite all that, not being president, they refused to bring charges because she's part of the political
She's
class.
part of the sacrosanct political
class, yeah. And
So-
now go ahead.
Hypothetically, if we are able to overcome the Democrats cheating in elections and regain power, we could reopen the trial.
Yeah.
investigation.
There's no trial, so there's no double jeopardy. If at this point, I think that because the Democrats are bringing false charges against Trump, we need to start firing back, and we need Republican DAs. And if we retake the White House, let's throw her in prison. Actually lock her up. Mm-hmm. This smug, horrible woman who's rubbing it in our faces that she can flaunt every
openly break the
law and get away with it, while
they love to spout this phrase of "no one's above the law."
Obviously, she is,
as they are above the law themselves. I
Yep.
mean, take a look with Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's crackhead son. The man openly breaks laws, and they have so much evidence against him about drug use and drug paraphernalia and other such things, such as prostitution, human trafficking, that they will actively avoid that crap.
Yep, and they're above the law, and she's selling this hat to flaunt the fact that she's above the law. Mm-hmm. And I pray that there's a Republican DA somewhere that has the balls to find a crime of hers and charge her for it. And when we retake the federal government, that we throw them in prison.
So, I mean, with them acting and engaging in this KGB-esque secret police behavior of going after your political opponents, I have to question, if we do get back into power, would we be morally just at this point to do the same thing?
Not a KGB style thing. Make sure they're real crimes, not what they do.
And we have clear knowledge.
But to actually throw them in prison for the real crimes they commit, like Hillary Clinton and her classified documents,
and
she should
Joe
go to
Biden with his
bribery scheme.
Bribery payments.
They should actually go to prison for it at this point. No one should be sacrosanct and above the law. Remember, Trump didn't commit a crime. He had declassified documents, which he had the authority to declassify, in his house, guarded by Secret Service. She had top secret material that she put on the internet. Now, maybe that they could make this. It's reasonable to show mercy to somebody who makes a mistake, but when you're unequally applying justice and letting the guilty go free while you punish the innocent, that's unacceptable. And at this point, we need to start enforcing the law.
I would say it's an active act of evil.
Yes, we need to start enforcing the law and put this.
So with that, I do have concerns about the fact that I've seen in many cases of corruption within our own judicial and legal system.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. There is a lot of corruption in the legal system. Luckily, we have the Supreme Court right now.
we have one Supreme Court, but they can only take on so many cases.
They could take on a lot more cases if they were motivated to do so. They
Then
decide
I
their own.
question why they aren't. taking on
Because
more
the
cases.
current Supreme Court makeup wants to try and restore the norms as best they can. They haven't reached the point where they think they need to come down with a heavy hand.
I mean, case in point, like when you look with Carrie Lake's cases, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they proved they weren't doing signature verification. They proved they were cheating, and the judge just throws it out.
That hasn't. Wait until that finishes all its appeals.
Yeah,
The Arizona Supreme Court hasn't even looked at it yet.
that's also part of the issue is just how long these
Courts are
people
slow.
drag their feet.
Courts are slow.
By the time they're finally like, yeah, she openly cheated, what are they going to do to Katie Hobbs? Are they going to...
Arizona has a precedent of this.
Okay, what does Arizona do when they find out she...
So
And
there,
finally
this
have the
happened.
balls
This
to
has
say
happened.
she cheated.
Arizona is, to my knowledge, the only state in the U.S. that has a precedent of what to do when an election is false.
Mhm.
They, like 2.5, 3 years into a governor's time, they removed that governor. The Arizona Supreme Court did.
And did they then re-implement
Yeah,
the
they put in the
proper-
correct who actually won.
And does that person then get to serve the full...
Term. I don't know. That'd be up to the Supreme Court. I don't know what that would have.
I feel like that would be the reasonable...
Yeah, you'd
And
let
also,
them
I'd
have
like
their
to
full
see
term.
any rule or any laws or stuff implemented by
Mm-hmm.
the governor, roll that back.
Yep. But
'Cause-
that would be. But like I said, Arizona is the only state that's ever actually had this issue, where they recall a governor. Not recall a governor, where the Supreme Court of the state has removed a governor.
I mean, let's be real. That election was screwed up from go because the person running in the election was running the election.
Yeah. But we're off topic now. We're
Yeah,
talking about this
that's
smug
all.
bitch.
Yes, this giant continuous problem.
Yeah, and I hope she winds up in prison for her.
I
Email
will
crimes.
only be happy for the closing of the Hillary Clinton saga when Republicans and GOP finally stop being such feckless cowards and actually go after and imprison people for their wrongdoings. And I'm not just talking about Hillary Clinton. Bush lied and killed thousands of Americans for it. Obama killed U.S. citizens without trial.
We can talk about this another time, but I still support the invasion of Iraq.
I want the swamp drained, and I will disagree with you wholeheartedly about that.
Yeah, let's make that another video
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that another
time. But yeah, the point is that we both agree that Hillary Clinton needs to be in prison, and we pray that if Trump wins again this time, that he'll actually lock her up.
I hope Trump comes for metaphorical blood,
Yes.
I want him to go in, sweep house.
Fire everyone and get a special prosecutor to go after Hillary and the others.
Well, do they even really need a special prosecutor? They already did the full investigation, and they have all.
Oh
the
yeah,
evidence
they
of
could
that.
they could just bring the charges.
They could bring the trial the same day and be like,
Just bring the charges.
yeah. Well, part of my issue with that is our country has become so divided politically. How are you going to get a fair jury?
Huh, that's a good question. I think the only way to get a fair jury would be to actually ask the political leanings of the jurors and pick people who are reasonably moderate or just normies that aren't into politics.
Yeah, but politics has become pop culture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need to find normies who are just want to grill, just a football dude that doesn't know that much.
And for each of these jury members you'd also have to delve into, because there is active incentive on both sides to lie about one's politics.
Yeah, yeah. But
Because-
you can do jury selection. You can have high-paid lawyers look into them.
Yeah, and what is the statute of limitations on her crime here?
I don't know.
That is something we should look up, because I don't feel like there should be a statute of limitations on that, because
There probably is. Nearly all crimes have a statute of limitations,
yeah.
and it could have expired, but that's
I mean, you could always pull the some bull crap like they did in New York to indict Trump there, where it's like, we're allowed to do this if there's another crime. It doesn't say we have to say what the other crime
was.
is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the thing about indictments is it takes basically nothing to get an indictment. There's an expression that a grand jury will indict a ham sandwich. The indictment alone doesn't mean the person did it. So or that it's even legal. A judge could still throw it out later. But
Yeah. I mean, and with how corrupt judges have become in this country, as they do not care for law, they care for power.
You got to find a good judge, yes.
Which is something sad you have to say, that you have to find a good judge. Like, take the judge in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. He was a Democrat appointee, but the man loved America, you know? He believed in the core principles and foundings of this country, and he believed in the law.
Oh, yeah, he was a good judge. Mm-hmm. That guy was honestly believed in the law and was amazing. If we could get more judges like him.
He was still biased, because, quite frankly, that case should have been thrown out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The judge should have just looked at the evidence and thrown it out.
But since it was so high profile,
he wanted the jury to have a chance. And the jury did the right thing. Let that be a white pill for you. There's still good people. We can turn this around.
You know, and then the black pill of the other juries, like the Chauvin trial, where the juries were being actively intimidated.
We'll see. Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, we're also lying to the lawyers. And
yeah, let's throw this horrible woman in prison forever.
This horrible woman in prison.
Horrible. Yes.
Indeed. Right. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share your thoughts with us in the comments down below. Tell us what you think should be done with this
Hillary Clinton
person.
Yep.
Within reason, of course. Keep it PG. Till next time. Bye-bye.